Hey, what's going on, guys? Josh from Trail Build, and welcome to the first episode of what we're going to call, Shop Talk with Trail Build. So with us today, we have, you guys have probably already met Brent from Trail Build. He's been in a few episodes before. And then we have, on my right side here, Blair. Blair has helped us out in Offset's Garage and also with Branded Title Co. So both of these guys bring a lot of experience to the table talking about different garage fixing shop type stuff. So I wanted to put together an episode for you guys so that way if you're interested in working on your own vehicles or you already do and you have a lot of different questions, maybe it's about fitment on wheels, or maybe it's about tires and what tires are best, or maybe it's about suspension and what type of suspension or what size lift you should get in your trucks or Jeeps or off-road rigs or whatever it may be, that's what this episode is going to bring to the table. And we're going to make a series out of this. So we're planning on doing at least one of these garage talks, shop talks, at least once a month, hopefully more than that depending on time, because things are always busy and getting us all together can be a little hectic. So we're going to introduce these guys. We're going to have them just give you a little bit of background on their experience with working on vehicles, customization stuff. I know Brent has built many different off-road buggies, and Blair has built all different kinds of things.
From a lot of stuff.
Like right in front of me here that you guys can't see on the camera right now is, I don't even know what,
31 Buick.
31 Buick with a diesel with a 6, I don't even know.
5.9 Cummins.
5.9 Cummins.
Compound turbos, 4-wheel drive. It's a Frankenstein hot rod.
Yeah, so it's pretty wild.
Yep.
But that's the kind of stuff that these guys do. So we want all of you to ask us a bunch of questions, things that you guys want to know. You know, whether you have a Toyota 4Runner, or Tacoma, or Tundra, or Land Rover, Land Cruiser, or Jeep, Wrangler, Cherokee, whatever vehicle it might be that you have and you have questions on it, maybe you want to work on it, maybe you're not quite sure how to do one thing or another, or maybe you're looking at new wheels and tires from trailbuildoffroad.com and just want to know what fits and what doesn't. Let us know in the comments below. So with all of that said, getting started, you guys have, if you've been watching our episodes before, we've had Brent in, I don't know, numerous amount of episodes, but I'll let Brent just tell you guys about his experience with building rigs and working in the garage and all the different stuff that he does. So
yeah, a lot of stuff. I would say if you're going to look into building something, just go buy something. It's a lot easier, a lot less headaches. Right? No, but yeah, I've been in the garage for 2 years, and when Trail Build started, I kind of was into that, and I've built a full tube chassis buggy, helped do a few mega trucks, built a couple Jeeps. And I mean, obviously in the garage, I've done, I can't even count how many lifts I've done on Silverados or Tundras or whatnot, but everyone's always a little different. It's kind of neat to see how different people put a different twist on a 6-inch lift on a Silverado, but yet they want this powder coated or that, or different wheels, different tires, and that stuff, and there's not a lot of customization in the shop. We just do a lot of bolt-on stuff, but at home I do all kinds of custom fab stuff. Some stuff that turns out, some stuff that doesn't. Sometimes the engineering doesn't work so well, so you gotta figure it out a couple of times, but I think that's part of the fun, is doing something that nobody else has done. And I'm not an engineer, so I'm like, well, we're gonna bend this up and see how it works, and you kind of go from there, and that's kind of, I like doing it. That's the fun stuff. Is if you're designing a 4-link, I'll research a little bit, and I have friends that are big into Ultra 4 racing, and I'll kind of pick their brains, and you kind of you can't know it all right away. So I just ask a bunch of questions and research, and sometimes YouTube helps, sometimes it doesn't, but it's pretty cool to just go out and just start building something.
Absolutely, make it your own, customize it.
Yep.
And then when it performs well, it feels good. It's a good feeling.
You take the credit for it then.
Yeah, right. Right. So give you guys an idea, and maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but at our office here in town, we have several different divisions that we are sister companies with. One of them being Offset's Garage. So Offset's Garage is basically like a
Do all.
do all. I mean, they build stuff for Trail Built. They build stuff for Custom Offsets. They build stuff for Fitment Industries. Branded Title Co. They build stuff for. And these two guys are the main guys that work. Basically, Offset's Garage is like a conglomerate. You know, you guys have all different kinds of projects coming in. I mean, you're doing Toyota lifts, you're doing Jeep lifts, and your Silverados and Fords and, you know, heavy Super Duties and
Ferraris, Lamborghinis.
Yep.
Whatever it is that comes through the doors, we do it.
all different kinds of
He
stuff.
gets the cars.
So,
I'm not a car guy. I'm not a car guy. I don't know. He loves.
Yep. He makes that up.
so these guys are multi-talented and multi-versed in many different types of builds and vehicles. And you laugh, but yeah, you see this, and then you got, you know, a pretty cool cafe racer here, and then, you know, you guys have seen some of Brent's buggies, so it's pretty cool to have that kind of experience and knowledge sitting here for you guys to ask all different kinds of questions. And every time we do one of these episodes, you know, we're going to be answering the questions from the episodes before. Those questions are going to fuel every episode. So make sure and ask a whole bunch of questions so we can really, you know, get the knowledge out of these two as to, you know, how to work on your projects, or, you know, maybe there's a certain thing that you're running into and you're not quite sure how to fix or get past, or maybe it's just a fitment issue, you know, things like that. Ask those questions in the comments so we can tackle those on the next episode. So with that said, probably gives you guys a little bit better understanding of how, you know, our business works and, you know, where these guys fit into it. So moving on to Blair's experience, to introduce him. He's been working with us for, it's been
Over a year now.
Over a year now.
Yep.
So started with Branded Title Co. And Branded Title Co. is a YouTube channel that does restorations on all different kinds of.
We started out with wrecked supercars was the premise. We kind of drifted away from it. It's just too expensive, but we were just buying wrecked cars from the insurance auction and fixing them up. And the thought was to flip them, and then it turns out everyone within the company wanted them, so we didn't sell anything to turn a profit. Then employees started buying all the cars because they saw what we were doing, thought it was pretty neat. But yeah.
Yeah, and buying them for, you know, what we have into them. So yeah. Which isn't, you know,
It's a tough
quite
market,
where
I
you
think.
wanted to be as far as profitability. And
Well, the thing is, so it's not a new idea. There's so many people YouTube doing it, and that really affected the prices at the auction. So to buy a wrecked supercar now, you're better off just buying one used off a lot or secondhand, because by the time you buy all the parts, I mean, you're into it more than it's worth, and you have a branded title. So if you're trying to do it for resale, I kind of take that back. If you can do everything yourself and you don't have to buy everything from the dealership, if you can buy parts used, there is money to be made if you buy it right. If you don't get, you know, bidder's fever and go past, you know, what you really should be paying for it, it's doable. But if you got to farm out like your paint and body work, you got to go to the dealership to buy all your parts, that ships sales really quick.
right, especially if it's, you know, rare part and you have to get it shipped over from
Yeah.
Italy or Germany or.
You find out working with Ferraris, every Ferrari gets hit in the front because it's people overdriving the car. So to find front end parts is next to impossible. You can't buy it from Ferrari. It's got to go through a dealership. So to try to make money that way, you can't do it. And then you buy stuff that's too new. There's nothing out there, you know, secondhand to buy. So you're going to the dealer, you're paying the premium, and then it's next thing you know, you're buying a $4,000 bumper and a $3,000 headlight, and it's like, well, your profit margin disappears really quick.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But coming up, and if you guys have watched some of our more recent episodes, you've seen Sean's white Tacoma. That's a 2018 Tacoma that Branded Title originally purchased for a collaboration with Trail Built, and it was had some frame damage on the rear end and some box damage, and then Sean put a RK Sport kit on it. Well, you guys put the kit on it, and then some Anthem wheels, and a couple other goodies, roof rack and aftermarket hood, things like that. And now we're finally getting to the point where Brandon Titleco and Trailbuilt are collaborating on installing a Stage 10 Icon Vehicle Dynamics suspension kit, which we're going to be doing that on Monday, which will be about the time that you guys are watching this video. So, that video is going to be released probably about a couple of weeks from now, which will be more towards, like the third week in November or so, something like that, depending on how the build goes, because
there's going to be some welding because the lift that's in it now required some cutting of the cross member. I believe that was the issue, so we're going to have to do some, Brent's going to do some fabricating.
Bend up some tube.
Yep. But I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be our first real tuned off-road suspension build that we do that is fully capable of
I want to drive it.
Taking obstacles at speed, if you will, versus just our typical 6-inch lifted trucks that
going to the mall.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be neat.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We already took it off road a little bit. We didn't do a lot of hardcore off roading with it, being that it's Sean's truck. We really didn't want to tear it up too much.
Right.
You're just saying that on video.
Yeah. No, there's video of it.
I just gave you a hard time. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I was there. I saw. You were easy on it.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Wish we didn't have to be easy on it. I really wanted to just tear into the thing, but we'll save that for maybe something that we own, or our own trucks for doing that kind of stuff. But that's one of the partnerships that we have coming up here with Brandon Titleco is that Tacoma, and I'm really looking forward to putting that Icon Vehicle Dynamics kit in there because I think it's going to be night and day difference with what's in there now.
Yeah. So. Obviously you've driven it off road and stuff, but have you driven it down the road?
Yeah.
So you'll be able to really notice, okay, what's in there? Is there a rough country lift in there now?
It's a combination. There's rough country. Basically, they're blocks that lower the coils down and the struts down. Strut spacers, and I don't know what the leaf springs are exactly, but in the back, I believe they're rough country shocks, and then in the front is the Bilstein Tacoma shocks that were in there. So, but the cross member, it's got the rough country lowering.
The drop brackets.
And so that may be coming out. I'm not sure how that's all gonna.
Well, because we're going
together
from a 6 to a 2.5, right? Yeah. So it should be interesting. Yeah. And we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Then we got some 35-inch tire. Well, I don't know.
33s.
33s.
Yeah.
33. They're the
Canadis.
Yeah.
Oh, you almost swore there.
I always get those two mixed up, but it'll have the Canadi. I almost did it again. It'll have the Canadi Armor Hogs on it, which has been a really good tire for us, and we're going with the exclusive red Method MR305s that you can only find on trailbuiltoffroad.com. Nice little plug there. So we're going with some of those, and should look pretty sharp. But we're looking forward to putting that kit in. But that's just just one of the many projects that we'll have coming up in the future and be showing you guys. But really, similar to a podcast, that's basically what these episodes are. So just a bunch of guys talking about building and fabricating and the projects that we've done. There goes the light. Hey guys, we had to interrupt today's video to let you guys know that for the month of November, we have some super awesome deals going on all month. All you got to do is click the link above me here or go to trailbuiltoffroad.com.
Yeah. Well, what's like a cheap 40? That's
a cheap, Milestar, Patagonias. I wouldn't say cheap because we don't have any cheap tires.
Inexpensive, entry level 40,
affordable 40.
What we've been
a Gladiator.
Gladiator. Well, Gladiator's good too, but what we've been seeing is the Milestar Patagonias, the 40-inch by 13.5, have been a lot of people have a lot of good things to say about them. But Milestar Patagonias have been really good.
That'd be a pretty cool tire for you, actually.
And the Gladiators,
they're soft. I did a burnout in the garage the other day with mine, and they those have been our two best-selling 40-inch tires.
Because I don't want like a mudslinger tire,
You want like
like the BFG.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a mudslinging tire, boy.
The Baja? It's not a mud tire.
After about 15 bush lights, I saw all
Well,
sorts
the
of
Mickey
mud.
Thompson Baja Pro XS.
Like some Brad tires? You want some Brad tires?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no, I don't want.
I think you would be happy with the Milestar Patagonias because they have that center tread. The tread blocks are pretty close together, so it gives you good highway.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a lot of road noise, gives you good highway traction, but still aggressive enough to take it off.
And you can get them in a sticky. I don't know like how that works, or if they just call it a sticky and it's just a really soft compound, or I really never checked.
They have it on their website.
Is it?
Labeled the part number, but it takes a little bit to figure out which ones are the stickies.
Okay.
Because I think it says not for road use.
Oh.
So it doesn't say stickies or red labels or anything like that. It just says not for road use.
Okay.
I don't think
I think you're right. Yes.
tire noise isn't going to be an issue.
And those we would have to call to get pricing on.
Well, with your 700 horse to the rear wheels, yeah, those stickies will hook up real nice.
No, I'm saying you're not going to hear the tires over a Cummins
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What?
with 5-inch exhaust.
The Gladiators would look pretty cool because they have pretty aggressive looking tread, especially on the corner lugs, on the shoulder lugs.
And hey, where can you get those?
TrailbuiltOffRoad.com, of
Heck
course.
yeah. Hey, just get on your Googler. Get on your Googler and Google it up. TrailbuiltOffRoad.com.
So really, I know we're just kind of sitting here, BSing or whatever, but make sure and definitely let us know what kind of questions you guys have. Whether, again, I'll kind of reiterate, whether it's, you're in the process of building your rigs, or maybe you're just looking for a set of wheels and tires, or a suspension lift, or even some accessories. This is a great opportunity to ask us a bunch of different questions as we continue to do these shop talk videos with you guys, and we can answer those questions for you. So with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and just wrap up this, what I would call like an introductory episode, and remind you guys that right now we still have our Icon Alloys giveaway going on till it's going to be done on November 20th. So I think there's only going to be a couple of days left when this video posts. So make sure and head over to our giveaway page. This is trailbuiltoffroad.com/giveaway, or you can click the link above me here to get to the giveaway page. And one of these t-shirts, picking up one of these t-shirts will automatically get you entered into the giveaway for that chance to win a set of 5 17-inch Icon alloys, which is pretty awesome. Plus, guys, the percentage of the proceeds from the t-shirt sales will be going over to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So really want to help those guys out, raise a lot of money for them. So it's a great cause, great charity. With all of that said, make sure and let us know your questions below so we can answer those on our next episode. And this is Brent from Trailbuilt. This is Blair from
everywhere.
Yeah, from everywhere. So, guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so that way you guys can hold on to the ride with us. As always, we appreciate all of you for watching. I'm Josh from Trailbuilt. This is Blair. This is Brent. We'll see you guys back again shortly.